Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Alright guys, today we're going to be going over the latest episode of Godfather of Harlem, Season 3, Episode 9, called We Are All Kings. And this episode was incredible, guys. I'm not going to go scene by scene. I'm probably going to go character by character and talk about what we saw in this episode with those characters. Now, the first person that I want to talk about is Chin, because Chin has been released from prison on a technicality. And I am very happy about that. Yes, Chin has been a rival or an op of Bumpy, but they have come together and settled their differences. And the only problem is that he went to prison, and then that left him to deal with Joe, him meaning Bumpy, okay? And Joe is just a greedy freaking bastard, all right? Let's just face the facts, all right? So he's home. The only thing that he wants to do is get to his daughter. Like, where's Stella? Where's Stella? The freaking lawyer messes around and says Stella doesn't matter, and Chin freaks out. Like, if you don't tell me where my daughter is right now, I'm going to put a freaking bullet in your head. So he tells him where he could find Stella. So Chin goes to her apartment. He says, I need you to come with me. Like, you know, basically he wants to protect her. So in this scene, she lets him know that if you want to know who put a hit out on me, I'm going to save you the trouble. It was Tommy Lucchese. And the reason why he did it is because your wife talked him into it. So now Chin goes to see Tommy. And, you know, he's just standing over him. Tommy is very, very uncomfortable because Chin is not talking to him face to face. He's talking to him behind him, okay? So there's no telling what the heck is going to happen. Is he going to get a bullet to the head? Like, he don't know what the heck is going to go on. So then he says, listen, I know that you put a hit out on my daughter. He tries to deny it at first, but Chin was like, just shut the freak up because I already know, right? So he says, okay, you know, your wife came to me and told me that she was going to rat on the whole Lucchese family and all of this. So, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, though, right? So Chin accepted that. And instead of killing him, he cuts off 2 of Tommy's fingers. And he tells him, listen, I need you to back me when we get ready to go to this meeting, when we have this sit down with the other bosses. Back me to get rid of Joe Colombo because I need to take back Harlem. So Tommy gives him his word, okay? And also we see that when Chin finally gets home, you know, Olympia's waiting for him with her sexy outfit on and stuff like that. That came all the way from Italy. And, you know, she sit on his lap trying to kiss him and all that. And he just starts choking her out. Now, I thought he was going to kill her. I'm actually glad he didn't. If he would have killed her, I would have been okay with that as well. But I am glad he didn't kill her. You know what I'm saying? But he did tell her that she is dead to him. Okay? So then later on, he has like a little meeting with Joe, and Joe is trying to give him some little proposition and things like that. Like, how can I make it up to you to let you know? Or how can I prove to you to let you know that I, you know, had nothing to do with betraying you or nothing? Like, I didn't betray you. So Chin is like, just get out of Harlem. You know, like, he ain't trying to hear nothing. So Joe is saying, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to do that. Like, we have other things going on and all of that. So Chin tells him, he said, you know what? I came from the bottom. I was my boss's driver. And when he went away, Genovese, he let me to be in charge. But no bosses respected me or nothing like that. And so I had to teach them that I don't screw around, right? Just like I'm going to have to teach you that I'm not to be screwed with. And that sit down didn't, you know, go too well because Chin wants what he wants and Joe Colombo wants what he wants. The thing that I can't stand about Joe Colombo is that if this man made you a boss and he's having you hold things down until whenever, you know what I'm saying? You got to respect it. When the man comes back home, you need to move aside. The fact that he's trying to take over is very annoying to me. And I'm not rooting for him to win. I'm rooting for his downfall. Okay. So when we get to the final sit down with Chin and the bosses, unfortunately, it doesn't go well either because Joe has already made a deal with Jose Battle. All right. And, you know, they're bringing the CIA in, and it's just a way better, more attractive deal that he's coming to the table with. If you can tell some mob bosses that you can bring in some protection from the FBI, of course they're going to want to deal with that. There's money involved and there's protection. Okay, so he's saying like the CIA can give them Havana. All right, and so they can get all the casinos over there. So it's just bringing more money. What does Chin have besides the fact that he said, we have the biggest family with the biggest soldiers and I'm in the mood to spill blood? You know, what else can they really say? No one's going to back him with that. Like, go to war for what when we can make this money? You know what I'm saying? So Chin is not in a good position. But he also goes meet up with Bumpy before all of this, saying that, you know, he would like to work with him. Like, let's take over. Let's intervene on this next shipment, you know. And Bumpy said, I can't because I got to save my friend Malcolm. So we see that, right? Now, Bumpy, let's go over to Bumpy. Bumpy is all about saving Malcolm once again, to the point where he doesn't realize until it's too late that he really should have been putting protection on his daughter and wife as well. All right. First of all, Malcolm's house is bombed. Okay. And now Bumpy wants to know who the heck did that. So Brother Omar comes in and he tells him that it could be this guy from the Newark Mosque or whatever. So even though Malcolm still doesn't want Bumpy on his detail, he does apologize to Malcolm because he did hear that there was an assassination attempt on Che. So he did apologize to Bumpy about that, which I'm glad that that came forward. But he still doesn't want Bumpy on his detail. So even though he knows that the attempt on Che Guevara was real, he's just telling Bumpy that I accept the fact that I'm going to be killed. Like, this has been, I think, the narrative for, I think, the past 2 episodes now, you know, that he's made peace with it. He lets Bumpy know that I want to live a long life. I want to see my kids and my grandkids, you know, but it is what it is. You know, I can't like stand by and watch my people suffer. And I have made my peace. Somebody's going to kill me. And it's just sad, you know, every time you see these certain scenes where this man is coming to grips with his death and you just see that he doesn't deserve it, but you know it happened anyway. It really bothers my spirit, honestly. And it's a sad thing, you know, that people are so afraid of someone who's just speaking truth, somebody who wants fairness. You know what I'm saying? Like in this episode, he talked about the house Negro and the field Negroes and how they still exist, you know. They don't want you to teach that. They don't want that type of truth coming out because it's powerful and they don't want us to be powerful. So they're going to shut down anybody that is spreading that type of what they call propaganda. Okay. So with all that being said, back to the point that Malcolm still does not want Bumpy on his security detail. Bumpy hears Malcolm, but more importantly, he also loves Malcolm. So Bumpy's not going to let up. He's just like, I can't sit on my hands. So he tells Chance and Pettigrew, I need you to go find this dude, right? Find out who did this. So the person that's going to help them find who bombed Malcolm's house is Brother Omar. So Brother Omar, who is still trying to act like he hates Malcolm, he goes over to the guy from the mosque in Newark. I had his name before, but I forgot it. And it's okay, right? Because he got whacked by the end of this episode any freaking way, so it don't matter. You know, Omar's talking to him and he's denying everything. And before Brother Omar got up in there, Chance told him, he said, if you fail to get him to give you the information, we'll have to get it out of him. Okay, that's where we come in. Okay, so Brother Omar, he indeed failed, right? So later on, they got to scope out this dude's house. Chance gets out the car. Pettigrew counts it down like, watch this. 1, 2, 3, bop. Knocks this dude out with one punch from the back, okay? And they grab him, they abduct him, and they put him in the basement, and Bumpy comes. And, you know, he's basically torturing him as he slices away at his face. And he eventually tells him that it was a fat white man who was behind this instruction, okay, to bomb Malcolm's house. So now Bumpy knows it was the CIA involved. And right after that, he slits the guy's throat. Now, before he gets the call to go torture this man, he just told Mamie that she's going to have to be patient with him. He wants to leave the game, but there's just certain things that he has to do beforehand. Like right now, the game that I'm in, it's not just about winning, it's about survival. And right now, the CIA, I'm pretty sure they're going to come after me soon, right? Little does he know it was already set in motion, okay? They done got a hold of Elise. And the reason why they got a hold of Elise is because Wild Bill told Jose Battle that he still needs to try to work with Bumpy. Bumpy is really the best person to trust right now. The way he acted in loyalty to Malcolm, it just shows like you're not going to find loyalty like that anywhere. And he even told Jose, he said, I don't understand why you're mad at him. Like, what are you pissed off about? You know, and I agreed there as well. And another thing with Jose Battle is that he's so pissed off at Bumpy because he's like, oh, I can't trust him. You know, he ruined the chances with Che and all of this. And it's just like, okay, well, I agreed with everything that Wild Bill was saying up until the point where he was like, we got to teach Bumpy who's in charge and all of that, because he was making a lot of sense. You know, he's like, is that the type of loyalty that you pride yourself on? You know, I'm like, what did you expect him to do? You wanted him to give up his friend? You know, so he was making a lot of great points, but Jose Battle still didn't care. And as much as Wild Bill was saying that you need to work with Bumpy, Jose still didn't want to and decides that he wanted to go to the Italians. And so when he was letting him know that, you know, he'd rather work with the Italians, Wild Bill was like, working with the Italians is not worth it because they're going to want more off the top. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know nothing about the cocaine business. But guys, as you can see, they wind up going that route anyway, where they're going to be working with the Italians. But Wild Bill still got a hold of Bumpy's daughter, which I don't get. Like, if you are not going to work with Bumpy anymore, why the heck are you messing with him and his family? You know, it's just like some sore loser stuff or some petty stuff, you know? So like I said, I was cool with mostly everything that Wild Bill was telling Jose. But once Wild Bill tells Jose that the problem with Bumpy is that he doesn't fear us and we're going to have to fix that, I was like, oh gosh, because now he's saying we're going to have to go after his family, the people he loves and all of that. We got to show him who's in charge. And so who do they go after? Which, of course, I knew. They go after Elise. They abduct Elise. And you can see while she's walking, there's a man like right walking behind her that just, it looks suspicious, okay? And then the car pulls up and they take her. And what did this evil man do? He shoots her up with heroin, knowing daggone well that she is a recovering addict. And it's just so sad. She kicked it and now he done put her back on it. And I just really hope so bad that they get her the help she needs immediately, because I don't want Elise to have come so far and just because of this white devil, she's back down again. Like, I really would hate to see that. So before I end this video, guys, by the time everything's done, by the time Bumpy finished killing the man and he found out the information that he needed, he comes home and he sees his daughter laid out on the street. And, you know, it's a sad scene. This right here causes him to call Chin back and meet up with him and let him know that, listen, I am willing. I reconsidered your offer. Let's take Harlem back. So I'm very, very excited to see that, because I love to see Chin and Bumpy working together. Let me not forget about how pissed off I am with Stella. I almost forgot to talk about that, guys. When her father came to see her, I did like the fact that, you know, she was teary-eyed and they hugged, because I wanted them to hug. And, you know, she's like, I really, you know, I was grateful for you trying to protect me, this and that. And the third, he let her know that he understood why she ratted and he's not mad at that. Like, he just loves his daughter. You know, even when he was choking out Olympia, he was like, that's my daughter. You know, like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Right. But she chose Joe Colombo over her dad. And I really hope that this does not come to bite her in the behind. We also saw in this episode that she's getting a little too close with him, to the point where she was like kissing him. Okay. Well, he kind of kissed her and all of that. And she doesn't want to deal with her father because she feels like he controls her. But she feels a little safer with Joe because he's actually giving her a choice. You could leave if you want, even though I don't want you to leave. You know what I'm saying? But she also has to be careful because he could be manipulating her. You know, But I'm annoyed that she chose Joe over her dad, because I just don't like Joe Colombo. Let's just be real, okay? But it's okay, because this is how I'm looking at it. I was like, okay, go ahead. Go on and kiss him. Get close with him and all that, because now we're going to get your little death curse all on him. Because we already know every man that she gets involved with winds up dying. Now, yes, Joe Colombo, I think he got killed in like the 70s or something like that. But they could, listen, certain things could be fictionalized and they can kill him off sooner than that. It's okay. It's not going to hurt anything to kill him off sooner. I wouldn't mind. You know, it's for drama purposes. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.